cadavers, your horror movie podcast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. We're already recording.
You sure you're ready?
Fuck. Yep. Little spillage. All right.
Welcome back, Hack Stab Slash. As you can see, your boy Justin is choking on some embalming fluid because this week, or today, because this is 31 for 31, we're doing a trilogy, 3 stories. I don't know what you would call it, but it's called Body Bags.
Let's go.
Have you ever seen this, Justin?
Not only did I not see this before, I knew nothing about this. Like I've heard of this movie before, obviously, because I've almost picked this for the pod because the cover looked really, really cool.
The cover art looks really good.
Yeah, so that's all I knew. Let me see if I can see it behind me. Can't really see it behind me, but I've almost picked this. But I didn't even know that this was like anthology. I thought this was literally just one story. So that's how little I knew. I did not know there was different directors. I did not know there was 3 stories. So I mean, I'm all the way in blind. How about you?
Oh, I am fully in blind as well. Like I basically picked this for our Halloween marathon,
Yeah,
because of the cover art. You know what I mean? This has been in my to watch queue forever because of the cover art and because that it's got like John Carpenter in it. And I was really excited to watch this. I had no idea what we were getting in for. I had no idea what we selected. And the only thing that I knew going into this before I watched it is you texted me and went, "What the fuck did you just pick?"
Dude, that was specifically for a certain story, which we will get to because it's not the first story. After I watched the second story, I had some questions of what was even happening. I think I have like 4 sentences.
My major questions start coming from the third story.
Yeah,
I had the worst experience to start this. What did you watch this on?
It was something stupid. I forget. I don't remember what. I honestly don't remember.
All right, because I'm going to tell everyone out there, do not watch this on Peacock. Because my opening notes are, I'm really excited for this to jump off. I can't understand a word the coroner, aka John Carpenter, is saying because the rock and roll is taking over everything. And then I went, never mind, I'm watching this on Peacock, but I switched to Shudder. Sound quality is so much better.
Wait, I had sound issues on mine. So I must have watched it on Peacock.
The sound quality was absolute shit on Peacock.
Dude, I thought something was wrong with my TV. I turned my TV off and then back on because I couldn't understand.
I turned the TV all the way up and I'm like, all I can hear is this music.
Yeah, I ended up having to put headphones on and like connect it to my phone and put headphones on and watch. That's how I watch it because I didn't have Shudder. Oh my God.
No, it was 100% Peacock. There's something wrong with their audio for this.
That explains a lot because I had a hard time watching this one.
But it does get much better. And we jump right into our first story after we see John Carpenter mosey around this morgue and pretty much overdose on embalming fluid as his drink of choice.
Just drinking formaldehyde. And I thought it was cool because first of all, I just want to say I didn't even know we had like a host for these movies, like the coroner. Yeah. I guess his name is just like the coroner. So like that was cool too because like I said, I had no clue about that. But
reminded me a lot of like Tales of the Crypt.
Oh, 100%. I had the most Tales of the Crypt vibes ever. But the gas station. You can kick us off.
Our first story takes place at a gas station. We meet Anne, who's late for her shift, and we see Bill watching the news. Bro, this is a news report of a body found in a trash bin behind a shopping mall. Where is this shopping mall, Justin?
Dude, they say Haddonfield right away. I was just like, whoa. I know. I actually rewound it because, like I said, I was having sound
I did twice.
And I'm like, did they say Haddonfield? Because I was like, no effing way. We already got like the kind of reference in this movie.
Yes. I'm like, oh my God, is this the work of Michael Myers? I'm like, Michael, is this Michael? Are we going to get Michael in this?
They
John Carpenter, Michael Myers?
There's a killer on the loose, like Haddonfield. Right away, I was like, what am I watching? This is wild.
My mind is like racing right now. And we get this little jump scare after she's fully settled in this booth while she's studying. I was praying we'd get maybe a Michael Myers jump scare, like a dude walking by in a mask or something.
In a mask,
but it's just wishful thinking, though, because it's some dude who looks like he's had a very, very long day at work. Guy is absolutely shit-faced. But we see a new guy comes up. He's kind of nice, good looking, dressed. She takes his credit card, she swipes it. You know what I mean? She actually keeps it. There's a little flirtation going on between the two.
Yep.
But she keeps it and she ends up locking herself out of this room
Rookie
as she's
mistake.
trying to chase this guy to give him back his credit card. And she is immediately scared by this homeless guy. And she's just in full kind of like panic mode. Like it's her first night on the job. She's starting to freak out. She does, however, retrieve the other key from the garage,
Thank
which
God.
in my opinion is pretty stupid. Because why are you gonna lock yourself in this like bodega
Yeah.
all the way up to the side or some kind of cigarette booth and then leave the main store open? Like she
I
just
know.
opens the garage door and walks in, and then so if there's a killer or something going on, he could have just done this, and then you're defenseless in there.
That's so funny that you mentioned that because I was thinking the same thing. Like I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, she just got that way too easy. Like she, like I said, she's locked in this little bodega thing, and then she's just like, oh, how am I gonna get the keys? And you just walk right into the main building, get the keys. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, that was easy.
Yeah, but she's like you can tell she's freaking out. She's starting to calm down though because all this homeless guy wants to do is use the bathroom. So
Yeah, he's just gotta
she
go. He's gotta
does
pee,
have
man.
enough human decency to give him
Yep.
the key for the bathroom. And then we have someone pull up who's clearly having the night of his life. And
Oh,
he's
this
ready.
guy
He
is
wants to use the
loving life.
bathroom. And she wants him to check in on the homeless guy. And he does. And
Yep.
he's like, he's passed out. Just let him sleep it off.
Bum sleeping.
And you could tell this homeless guy is going to be a focal point of the story. Or at least that's what it's making you think right now. Because in my head, I'm like, maybe this homeless guy is going to be her savior for whatever happens. Like, don't judge a book by its cover. And then she goes into the bathroom to check in on this guy. And the artwork on the wall, I'm like, nah, this homeless guy is definitely a friggin' lunatic. And he's gone.
Dude, this freaked me out too. Because like you said, they make you almost seem like you don't know, like you said, is it gonna be the whole judge of the book by a cover? Is he gonna be good? Or is he actually gonna be the kill? Is he gonna be absolutely terrifying? But like you said, the dude's gone and just I don't even know what those things were on the wall. The angels of death and grotesque,
Yeah.
disgusting. That was absolutely insane.
Oh, dude, it made my skin crawl.
Yeah,
And then
that
she's in
actually
a
like freaked
panic.
me out.
She leaves and she left the garage door open like an idiot. But she starts seeing this truck like going up and down, like someone's in there fucking around with this stuff.
Yep.
So she goes in there to check in on it. And I'm thinking like this homeless guy is the actual killer.
Oh yeah.
And it turns out though he's not because he's in the driver's seat.
Yep.
And his fucking throat is slashed.
Dude, he's killed. Like he's the guy that's freaking dead. Like crazy. And then oh my God, yeah. So like you see her like run back and you see like Bill with the machete. And Bill was like the worker guy. He was like the worker of the year or whatever it was.
They did
like,
very good though at like masking that it was Bill right up until then.
Yeah.
Because they keep showing this employee of the month, like the picture.
Exactly.
And then when she sees him in the booth standing there, he like calls her and he like plays it off. I didn't realize this was the Bill from the opening scenes. I thought it was the employee of the month guy in the picture.
Same. I was gonna say I didn't same thing. I'm thinking it's the guy in the picture first. I didn't realize the whole entire switch because she runs back into, like you said, she runs back into her little locked bodega thing, and then she found a dead guy in the bathroom, which is not good because
It's Bill.
It's Bill.
It's Bill.
That is Bill.
Yeah, the guy in the beginning was the killer. Mask is the guy who's playing Bill, who's the employee of the month. Like it's a lot to unpack right now, and this is a 10-minute story.
That's
so the only thing I wrote down is
I
guess if we can't get Michael, we can get a bogus Bill as the next best thing.
Like I said, there's a lot because we're just about done talking. This already happened, and the badass thing, like you see him walking towards him, he's literally got a sledgehammer, and this dude sledgehammers his way right in. But I mean, luckily she gets him, some WWE style. She pretty much gives him the chair shot. Let's go. And then I literally wrote, like, oh my God, the dead guy was real Bill? Wait, this is fake Bill? This is a lot of bills. Like, holy crap. Like, this is amazing.
$1 bills, y'all.
And speaking about wrestling one more time, just because like she runs out to I think get like a pay phone or something, and in the background we see like Undertaker style. I don't know if you guys are like remember the Undertaker WWE. He literally this dude sits straight up like the friggin' Undertaker again, and oh sorry.
Oh my God, Justin's
oh my God,
dying right there. Yeah, he sits right up like the Undertaker. And just before he can come after Anne, he gets straight up just manhandled by this guy, Pete. Pete is the gentleman who was driving the black convertible from the beginning who left his credit card behind. This man came back for his credit card. And this buys Anne just enough time to start fighting Bill again. After, well, obviously, Bill overpowers Pete because, that's the way things work when you got a final girl in the story.
Yep.
And she actually gets this dude underneath the truck for like half a second, and she releases the piston press and
Yep. What was that?
squishes his ass. And I love the amount of blood that
Dude.
just sprayed everywhere. It was like John Carpenter was like
Everywhere.
paying homage to Evil Dead with the amount of blood that just poured out of our man Fake Bill.
Dude, for real. They're like, oh wait, we should put some gore in this movie, and they're just like gore just shoots everywhere. That was absolutely badass. That's the end of the first
Don't don't
story.
don't move
The
don't
gas
move too
station.
fast. Don't move too fast, Justin.
Sorry. All
I
right,
need
sorry.
you. I need you to inform me as to who our man Pete was. Can
Oh,
you tell
dude,
me who he
Pete, I had
was?
this. He was the dude from American Werewolf in London.
He played David from American
David.
Werewolf
I was
in
gonna say I
London.
couldn't remember his number. I wrote this down, but I lost my notes. But I recognize. I mean, we just did American Werewolf in London. Like I could.
I had to write that in there because I was like, no fucking way, it's him.
Dude, there's so many cool people in these short stories. Absolutely love it.
So many cool people. Do you know what's not cool? Is this next
What?
short story because I gagged on a
Uh,
furball the entire fucking time I watched this.
Dude, I don't even know how to like. All right, so let's tell them the name first. So this next short where is just called Hair.
And that's
So
all it is,
yeah,
dude. End of story. I really don't want to cover this one.
I have like four sentences written down
I've,
because
I've literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sentences.
I literally write, we meet Richard, and he is very self-conscious about his hair. He's a little bit of an older gentleman. Then I wrote, what am I watching? He is very, it's just like this guy and his girlfriend, and he's like just freaking out about his hair the whole entire time. And he's,
I love how he goes to see Fabio, and my notes for that whole opening set was, I can't believe it's not hair.
uh,
Dude,
and
he's sitting down in this chair trying to get his hair fixed by this wannabe Fabio, and he's using extract of a lamb fetus. What
so
the fuck is
basically,
this guy putting in his hair right now?
like I said, this guy does basically everything like you can imagine. I mean, he's trying different things. His girlfriend can't even believe it. She's like pretty much yelling at him, like, "Hey, you got to control
Yeah,
yourself
you
because
need to
like
stop this. You
you
look like a refined older gentleman right now, and doing this shit to your hair, you look like an absolute moron.
complete more." And then just skip a bunch of scenes because it goes on for a long time, just like that, until he sees like a very like shady TV commercial that is going to solve all your issues. And then he goes and meets with a very shady doc. And the doctor basically is like, you pick your hair. We're gonna see if we can work with you. And Sean, what kind of hair does he pick? Like,
Dude, I'll tell you what kind of hair he picks right after I say this. Bro, I'm disgusted at this movie. I don't like feet. I don't like hair. But bro, I started dying laughing when this fucking man Richard answered the door for his girlfriend for date night, and his fucking head was painted. I mean, I lost my shit when his girlfriend kissed him on the head, and she ended up
she's
with fucking paint on her
on
lips.
her lips from the. That's what I mean. Like this dude is doing everything. He picks longest hair ever. We're talking like 80s hairband hair. And like I said, this is an older gentleman, short hair and everything, going bald. And he goes from that. He's like, yeah,
Looking
give
like
me
fucking
like,
cousin It from the Adams family.
yeah. And
Jesus Christ.
you pretty much you see him like the next day, like he's like unraveling it, and he reveals it. And yeah, the full it worked. I
Yeah,
think
of course it worked
It worked.
because
Like
Richard gets a full head of hair. I seriously, right now, Justin, I have no idea what I picked, why I'm making you watch this. Is this like a spoof of Conan the Barbarian? And the only difference
I
is he's not Austrian?
seriously, because at this point, still, there's nothing to do with horror. And this dude is so pumped, excited. His girlfriend loves it. Dude, he wakes up. He is like just the hairdresser guy loves it.
Yeah,
He is,
he like makes love to his hair for his first haircut because he's
yeah,
like, oh, it's grown 6 inches since since I grew 6 inches. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
right,
gotta go
yeah,
get a haircut. And it like
like,
crawls away like an inchworm.
dude, right away, you know something wrong. Like you said, that you see like an inchworm walk away, like a hair inchworm. I guess I wrote, is that like a parasite or something? And then
literally, I have the same thing written down. I shit you not. I go, the hair is taking over Richard. Are these parasites? Because
crazy.
Richard looks like he's got an STD for a hair transplant. Bro even plucks one out and it cries.
It cries. Like this is so ridiculous. It cries. And he's starting to cough. He's got a fever. He's starting to grow.
He's got hair growing out of his tonsils and shit.
It gets so disgusting. Like you said, there's a hair in his throat. Dude, there's patches now growing. It's progressively, and when I say progressive, I mean fast. This is growing so fast. Like he's getting patches of hair, like on his cheeks. He
looks like a shitty werewolf with the sunburn right now.
Like
he looks like Teen Wolf, aged 40 years and got stuck in a tanning bed.
I'm pretty sure that's kind of nails it right there. I'm pretty sure at one point he picks a hair and it like bites him, like the hair like bites him to the point where he's like, I gotta go to the doctor, and he goes to the doctor, and the doctor's like out of nowhere,
he's like an alien,
cuts his arm. Like the doctor shows he slices open his arm, and there's like worms and the parasites are coming out of his arm. And like Sean said, he basically says like, we're an alien. They're taking over.
We feast off your brains.
Yeah, off the brains and like your vanities and how you guys like it's so easy to trick you humans. And we see he's like
pretty much
he's comatose real fast, and like you said, just not moving. And like the woman is like getting the worms out, and they say like, ready for the next patient. The end. That's hair.
Yeah, that's hair. That felt like something that would be made for TV and grotesquely unsettling to like the extreme. You know what I mean? Yes. Like if it was just a little more, you couldn't put this on TV.
And like disgusting. I said, there's different directors. I believe I have my notes, so I can't find that. Like I think that one was directed by John Carpenter. Like the first two, I think, with John Carpenter, and the last one that we're going to talk about was Tobe Hooper. But
you could tell for 1,000% that this last one was Tobe Hooper.
Oh, it's a big shift, especially.
It is a massive change in stories.
I'm also
and ramped upness.
I'm just confused by the flow of this. Like I guess we can talk about which ones we liked after we do the third one. But I guess let's just get right into the next one. All right. The next
it was a pretty cool transition because we see John Carpenter, the mortician, the morgue, whatever you want to call him, the coroner, drinking another cocktail, and he's got an eye in it instead of an olive. And this eye transitions straight into Luke Skywalker, really who's playing baseball for the evil empire. And I know Justin has no idea what I'm talking about, but this is Luke Skywalker.
All right, so at the end of the movie, I saw Mark Hamill was in this, and I had to think to myself, who the hell is Mark Hamill? I'm like, I know that name, and then I'm like, wait, I think he's that Jedi guy, and I didn't know who I had to look. I had to look to see what part he played. I literally was like, who the hell was Mark Hamill in this movie? I had no clue the star of this dude was Mark Hamill. I guess like that's wild to me. Like I did not even know. I had to look that up. Like
Star Wars is starting to creep in on you, whether you like it or not.
Right? But I'm sorry to interrupt. I just had to tell that story.
This dude's name is Brent, and he calls home to his future wife, I think, or they're already married.
Yeah.
Her name is Kathy. Yep. And he's telling her all about his big night for baseball and how it's only got a matter of time before he gets called up to the big leagues for the way he's playing. And she goes, well, I've got a really big surprise for you. And my guess, using my common sense, is that this giant surprise says to dad from mom. And usually you write something like that as a surprise when you're going to be a dad. So there's some happy, good feelings in this story to start with. And it doesn't last very long because this dude totals his car in the storm of a lifetime, trying to play a cassette tape before he gets a shard of glass through his eye that clearly is going to end his playing career. And then he's in the hospital and he meets this dude, Dr. Bregman, who offers him up the chance of a lifetime for an eye transplant. This is
what's unbelievable, up with these shady doctors?
Exactly. Fuck the doctors. This is why I don't go to the doctors.
Right?
I haven't had a flu shot in 30 years, and I've never had the flu. So joke's on you.
And I just want to say it's kind of sad because you can just hearing Brent talk, you can tell like first of all he's in the minor league, you can tell, and he's going to be called, and you can tell he's not. It's not like he's like 21, 22. This is an aging minor league baseball player, so it's like it is kind of sad like listening to him talk about that. But like you said, out of nowhere, all of a sudden this doctor's like, "Oh, I can save your eye and do this and everything," and
He ain't saving no
he
one's eye with that fucking shake in his hands. That man belongs nowhere near a scalpel.
no, and he does it. He agrees to it, and they do it, and it works. Let's go. We think it works, even though it's like a different. It is a different eye color, so it is going to
They
take.
do offer him like a contact though, but
Yeah,
I
exactly.
would be I would be happy that I've got this eye and I've got a second chance at playing again, Justin.
Right. Oh yeah.
Bro, I would be pissed if someone came in the doctor's office and put a goddamn cup on my eye. That was not an eye patch, bro. That came
No.
fresh out of his jock strap.
Right. Yeah. What the hell?
They
Like,
put it on his eye.
my God. Especially because, like I said, he has a little bit of headaches, like flashes and stuff and everything. But they say whatever, like it's gonna take 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, you're gonna be 100% cured. And he goes home and like he said, we see the present and everything. And let's go. It's a crib. You were right. We got the baby. It's coming. But right away it starts going pretty bad because he like looks out the window and he's like hallucinating, I guess, and he
Yeah, you
sees
see
like
some like
a dead.
naked dead chick crawling out of the
That's,
ground.
I
Are
know.
you,
I'm like, what the
I got a
hell?
question for you. Are
What do you
you
got?
trying to link these stories together?
What, dude? Hair. I'm not gonna lie. I was so lost after
I
hair.
was so
It threw
lost
me
with
off.
hair. But right now, I'm like, did he get this eyeball from Bill
Who's? Oh, from the bill. Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
the
The guy from
first
the first
story?
one. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
is that
yeah.
how these interact? Like, is this like I'm trying to piece it together, and I'm like, maybe because he's starting to see these flashes and hear these noises, and he sees this dead chick out back. I'm like, maybe that's Bill from the gas station. I'm like, but I don't remember his eye color. I didn't pay that close attention to him.
Yeah, and hair. Honestly, hair lost me so much. I wasn't even thinking about it. It threw me off.
But dude, even after that, he goes downstairs and a hand pops up from
Yeah,
the garbage disposal. I'm like,
that
this
was
is
pretty
fucking
creepy.
nuts right now. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that
this
was
is
really scary.
110% the eye of a killer. Like, how do you think he had this vision? At first, I'm like, is this his wife in the backyard? Is he having like
Yeah.
premonitions? Is this eyeball telling him, like, hey, you're gonna kill your wife and she's gonna be buried out back? Is it his wife? I don't know. I was kind of just looking at the boobies.
At least you're honest, but I'm thinking the same thing. I was like, first of all, I'm like, this is definitely a killer's eye right away. I'm like, somehow there's gonna be some killer or something going on here. Because the visions are insane. Because like I said, once again, there's like dead like legs in the backyard and stuff. And this guy is having insane visions. And then I wrote this next scene, like I said, is wicked disturbing. Like he has sex with his wife, and this is just wicked disturbing. Just because like he ends up biting his wife
Dude,
during it because
he
he's
takes a
having like
chomp out of her.
uh, dude,
This is borderline like SNA.
I did not like watching this scene because like
Like
I said,
I
he's
felt
having
so
visions of
uncomfortable
it.
watching that because yeah, like you
I
said,
did too.
he's having
Oh,
visions of a dead woman while
th-
he's doing this.
as he's
And I'm
having
like,
sex with her.
I'm like, holy necrophilia, what am I
Yeah,
watching?
same. I literally wrote this is actually disturbing because like you said, she's like turning dead and stuff, and you're like, what the hell? And then he bites her, like, holy shit, this is crazy.
But my question does get answered though, because we find out that this psycho from the gas station is
Hmm.
not the eye donor. Instead, it's some
Nope.
dude named John Rando who's killed, murdered, and buried and like done all kinds of evil shit to 7 young women,
Terrible.
tied them up, and then he even buried them out back. He's tried to stuff them down the garbage disposal. He's put them all in shallow graves. And turns out though, this dude had some serious mommy issues because Brent starts to like channel his inner Randall.
Dude.
And you can tell he takes a turn for the worse because she comes home and he's out back and she's like, what are you doing? Can you not dig up the whole yard? And he's like, I'm digging your grave, bitch. And then he chases her and all fucking
Dude.
hell breaks loose.
I really thought he was gonna kill her. Like so, like I said, he completely snaps. He's going to kill her, and then he like kind of like comes to, he has a friggin' knife, and he ends up stabbing himself in the friggin' eye, and he falls, and he is dead. The end. Eye is over. Holy shit, that was intense. That was a short burst of intensity in that movie.
Yeah, dude, I think the only thing I didn't like about this whole thing was like, yes, all the SNA stuff and the mommy issues and like the
Yeah,
necrophilia and stuff. But I hated the fact that at the very end of it, it's she uses the Bible to save her life. Like
yeah.
read what you wrote in here, sweetheart. I'm like,
Yeah,
that is weird to insert, religion into horror. I'm not a big fan of it, but
jeez, I can tell, huh?
what I was
Damn
a fan
Bible.
of is the fact that this dude ends up stuffing guarding shears through his eye, and it
Crazy.
immediately transitions back into fucking John Carpenter putting on googly eyeglasses.
Dude, I do love the transitions between the coroner guy and the coroner scene and everything. And it was so cool. Like, see the two guys like walk in, and one's randomly like Tom Arnold. I noticed that right
Ah,
away. I'm like, what is even
who's the other
happening
dude?
here? And
The other guy.
was that Toby Hooper?
Yeah, it was Toby Hooper.
Is Yeah, as I say, we got there. We go. As I say, we got. I know I had all this in my notes, but I lost the fun facts. But I say, yeah, Toby. Who I love how that Toby Hooper walks into with Tom Arnold somehow, and
And
I love
John
how
Carpenter plays the role so well because he jumps into the body bag. And then
dude,
when they
in
start
it,
dissecting him, he's like, every time they turn around, he like props up and looks at it and he's like, oh,
yeah,
well, nah.
he's like okay, yeah, he's like smiling at the camera and stuff, and he's like winking and stuff, and he like looks at it and just like makes like a dad joke and like the end. Like
The end.
I have a oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna rank this. I didn't even write my
All
rating
right.
down, but
All right. So I'm giving this a 5.5.
yep,
It wasn't mind-blowingly good, but it was fun and worth a watch. This reminds me of a much gorier version of maybe like a Stephen King made for TV movie. This was
yeah.
three random ass stories that had zero to do with each other. So it left me wanting to find ways to link all of these together, but never actually getting there. Uh, I may never, ever in my entire life ever watch this and be completely okay with that. Then again, I
Yeah, I
do
don't want
have
to
that
watch it.
feeling if it's on, I'll probably sit down and watch it or like treat it as background noise as long as the second story isn't on. I just don't think I'll ever seek out that second story again in my entire life.
I guess before I give my ranking and talk about it, I have just a couple fun facts I do remember. But I guess like what was your favorite one out of the three of them?
It was actually the first one.
Okay. What
I think
were
it was because I got so happy about Haddonfield being part
yeah.
of that and it being
Yep.
in that universe.
Yeah.
Um, the kill, the blood splatter, that was fun. Uh, Having it be a psycho on the loose and it not being who you thought it was, I really like that. And the more and more we do these movies, Justin, I'm really starting to like single set locations. Like we
Oh
did
yeah, yeah,
Last
yeah.
Straw. I love the fact that that was in the diner. Like this little
Yep.
clip, I love the fact that it was in like the booth at a gas station. I'm really starting to dig that kind of storyline.
100%. I absolutely love that stuff too. And I will say my ranking on this is kind of the same. I literally wrote I'm gonna give it a 5.8 because I felt the same thing. It I don't know. It was decent, but some of them, I don't know. I didn't really love Eye that much. Hair was ridiculous. Um, but I like the first one. The first one is my favorite one. I kind of like really loved the first one. I thought that was really, really cool. And only a few of the fun facts I remember was I think it said it took John Carpenter 3 hours to get into character for that. And I have to also mention that um the one of the guys we had one of the Raimi guys, I think it was Sam Raimi, was the employee of the month guy,
Yep.
Bill in the first one.
Yes.
We had Wes Craven, he was like unrecognizable, but Wes Craven made an appearance in this too. I think it might have been in the first one too. He was like
He was in the
we
first one.
had
He was
Greg
the disheveled
Nicotero.
like guy that I said looked like he had a really long day at work.
Yes, I was gonna say we had a bunch of there's a lot of different people. The incredible, like famous makeup artist and everyone, Greg Nicotero, he made an appearance in that. We had in Hair, one of the doctor's assistants was actually Debbie Harry, from what you call it, Blondie. So I mean, we had some amazing different horror people in this, but at the same time, like I don't know, the stories together just didn't. I don't know. Like I said, 5.8. It was definitely not my favorite
Do you
movie,
think
but.
if the stories were in a different order, it may have changed the way you watch this movie? Like if it started out with, let's say, hair instead of like the gas station, if it started out with hair and it kind of gave you that creep out factor, and then it like ran really hard and punched you in the face with eye, and then it ended with that slow burn psychotic thriller at the end.
I'm not gonna lie, like, so I appreciate like weird different movies and stuff, but I don't think hair would have did it for me anywhere. Like, if we put hair right away, I probably would have just been like, I'm so bored. This is like ridiculous. Like, I'm not
Shut it
gonna
off.
lie.
See you later.
Yeah,
John,
yeah.
pick a
I was
different
gonna
movie.
say, and I get it was going for like a weird stuff like that. Like, I love like Creep Show 2. I love these kind of movies that have these different kind of stories, and there's always gonna be one that you don't love as much. But I don't know, man. Something about it was just weird to me. But like I said, I like the gas station one. I thought was pretty cool. So I won't really be watching this one again. And the I one just felt kind of weird to me. I don't know. I wasn't a giant fan, even though I do
All
love
right.
Toby Hooper. So yeah,
So that about wraps it up. I'm Hacky, this dude right here.
just Justin.
Stick with us as we continue 31 for 31 this Halloween. And until then, Justin's going to go get a haircut.
Peace.
Later.